We live in a world that glorifies early achievement. From child prodigies to 30 under 30 lists, society rewards speed over depth, hustle over reflection. It often sends a damaging message. If you haven't made it by a certain age, you've missed your chance. But I want to offer a counter-narrative, one that has more truth, more soul, and more power. It's never too late to begin again. In fact, some of the most profound, world-changing, soul-enriching journeys begin exactly when you think it's too late. Starting late is not a curse, it's a calling. But we often treat time like an enemy, a ticking clock that punishes us for not arriving fast enough. But time is a teacher. It molds us, matures us, and prepares us. Every challenge you've faced, every mistake you've made, every detour you've taken wasn't wasted. It was training. When you begin late, you begin with layers of insight. You don't just chase a goal blindly. You understand your reasons, your why. That's the difference between momentum and meaning. Stop measuring your life by the deadlines others impose. Instead, measure it by your growth, your courage, character, because when you do, you'll realize you're not running out of time. You're rising into your time. Reinvention is one of the most sacred acts of a human life. It means you were brave enough to say, I no longer wish to be who I was. That takes guts. Reinvention requires letting go of identity, ego, comfort, and routine. But it's also the moment where your soul wakes up. Starting late often means starting over. But here's the truth, you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. That experience gives you roots. And anything with deep roots will grow tall. Don't fear reinvention, embrace it. Whether it's a new career, a creative project, a health journey, or a new purpose, know this, Catholics, reinvention is not you failing, it's you evolving. When we're young, we chase approval. We want to impress people, prove our worth, silence our doubts. That pressure can be exhausting and often leads us into things we don't truly love. But when you start late, something shifts. You don't act from pressure, you act from passion. You're not proving something, you're pursuing something, and that pursuit is pure. It's joyful-lined. That's why late bloomers often stick with what they start. Their fire doesn't burn out, because it wasn't lit for fame or validation, it was lit fulfillment. So if you're beginning again now, listen to what excites you, what moves you, what scares you a little but lights up your chest. So that's your direction. And because it comes from inside you, it won't fade. You are not behind. You are on your own timeline. It bears repeating because comparison is a silent killer. It makes us feel inadequate just because someone else got there sooner. But your path was never meant to match anyone else's. Some flowers bloom in spring, others in late summer. Both are beautiful, both matter. Einstein said everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it's stupid. You were never late. You were just designed to bloom at a different season. Comparison keeps you stuck. Self-trust sets you free. Let go of the timeline. Hold on to your truth. And the world doesn't need fast success. It needs meaningful impact. It needs stories of people who didn't give up just because they didn't make it in their 20s. It needs stories of those who kept going, who started fresh, who chased something with open eyes and an open heart. Think of all the lives that could be touched if you chose to start now. Think of the people you might inspire, your children, your friends, your community, simply by refusing to believe it's too late. Your legacy is not built in your youth. It's built in your persistence. Every step forward from here adds to it. Every act of courage writes your name into history. Not necessarily the world's history, but your own personal history. And that's sacred. So where do you begin? Right now. Not next year. Not after I get everything together. Not when I'm ready. Because you're never fully ready. Readiness is a myth. All you need is willingness. Willingness to try, to fail, to get back up, to be a beginner, to be misunderstood, to be vulnerable, to say, I may be late, but I still believe in myself. The world respects those who show up late and stay, who keep going long after the crowd has moved on, because that's where real change lies. Not in the glamorous start, but in the committed continuation. But your first step be imperfect. Let it be shaky, but take it. History is filled with people who started late. Grandma Moses began painting in her 70s. Laura Ingalls Wilder published her first book at 65. Ray Kroc, Bob McDonald at 52. Samuel L. Jackson got his breakout role at 46. Harlan Sanders founded KFC in his mid-60s. Peter Rodgett created the first Thesaurus at 73. These are not outliers, they are reminders. If it was possible for them, why not you? What if you have something in you that the world desperately needs, but it can only come out now? Because now you're ready to protect it, nurture it, and bring it to life with full commitment. You didn't miss your moment. You are the moment. A8. Who you become is greater than what you build. This journey of starting late isn't just about achievement. It's about transformation. You may or may not build a business, write a book, or become a household name. But what's more important is who you become along the way. You become someone who didn't give up on themselves. Someone who refused to let age, fear, or judgment stop them from evolving. You become your own hero, not in the eyes of the world, but in the eyes of your inner child who still believes you can do something amazing. That's the trust victory of all. Final words, you're not too old, too late, or too far gone. You are not behind. And you are not a failure. That you are not disqualified by time. You are right on time for your next beginning. The best chapters of your life are not buried in your past. They are waiting to be written by you with fresh ink, bold ideas, a brave heart, and a willingness to begin again. There is power in that beginning. There is hope. There is light. You just have to take the first step, no matter how small, no matter how late, because it's never too late to become the person you were always meant to be. And once you do, you'll look back and realize starting late wasn't a setback. It was your superpower.